Dear Bishop Andrew and members of the Campus Rose Society, thank you for the opportunity to share with you some of the activities that False Bay Diocese in Southern Africa has been involved with during the COVID-19 lockdown period. We remember with fondness and gratitude the delegation who visited the diocese in October 2014. Do not underestimate the positive impact that the visit had on our clergy and people. Our churches have reopened for in-person worship on 1 September 2020, with a maximum of 50 people being allowed to attend. We sent out endless emails and voice clips with guidelines to prepare ourselves for reopening. We had online compliance officer training over 2 Saturdays, which was attended by 150 persons. We are grateful for government and other initiatives that provided relief for the growing numbers of people who are sinking deeper into poverty and despair due to having lost their jobs and livelihoods. In some areas of the diocese, unemployment exceeds 60%. The Solidarity Fund provided once-off food parcels during lockdown level 5. We have a diocesan disaster relief fund to help those in dire need. During COVID-19 lockdown, 3 families lost everything due to fire damage when the structure of their dwellings burnt down. 2 family members did not survive. One of our churches had significant flood damage. Gender-based violence and other forms of abuse has escalated. Much has been written and spoken about patriarchy and gender-based violence. We have had virtual programs and conversations in the diocese to break the silence. It is a state of disaster that we have to take very seriously and have concrete steps to combat the spread. Our children get fed at school. With schools having been closed, the diocese had to increase food relief programs through our parishes. Children and young people are anxious about their future. We have programs in place to reach out to them and platforms for peer engagement. We have online Sunday school lessons for each week. We produce an annual matric booklet of Bible reflections and prayers to help our matriculants through their final examinations. We will soon be having online conferences regarding children, church, and the law. Personal protection equipment has been sponsored via the diocese to one of our children's homes. Where churches are struggling, our lay people have stepped up to provide hand sanitizer. Our women's organizations have sewn and distributed face masks in our communities. False Bay is a diocese that is still developing. We are putting the finishing touches to a multi-purpose church plant in one of our poorest and gang-ridden areas in Mitchell's Plain. We have recycled a church structure from one of our rural areas to another approximately 100 miles away. God willing, we will soon be building a multi-purpose church in one of our resettlement areas. We are grateful for our partnership with the church in Cleveland, Ohio. COVID-19 will be with us for a very long time, but nothing lasts forever. Part of what we can expect to see in the new normal is a pandemic of mental illness alongside the pandemic of gender-based violence and poverty. An ongoing need is to provide access to technology. God's hope is with us in these challenging times, and we are responsive to God's leading. We have become more intentional about our spiritual growth, and as we live with constant awareness of death, we make every moment count. Communication and keeping together is important. As the Bishop of the Diocese, I have been sending out daily devotions alongside encouragement provided by our clergy to help our people step back and slow down for a moment. We commit ourselves more deeply to promote the dignity of all people. Warm greetings and gratitude from all of us here at False Bay Diocese. Thank you, Campus Rose, for helping us to walk together as the family of the Anglican Communion, despite our theological differences. We need each other. We are united in prayer during the annual meeting and beyond. Let us all be united as the fingers of the hand, remembering that God's love is a bottomless sea. We have prepared a detailed PowerPoint presentation with images that accompanies this video, as well as other information that you might find helpful. We also encourage you to visit our website, www.falsebaydiocese.org.za. Sincerely, with prayers and blessings, Bishop Margaret Vertue, the Bishop of False Bay.